We are ready to flood the war fronts, not by the hundreds or thousands, but by the tens of thousands of fighters who are at home because of the restructuring done by Hadi, the escapee, who restructured the military and the police while they sat at home. We are ready to march to the fronts, and the only thing the Houthi government has to do is pay the salaries because we are full of weapons. And the only thing missing is for the soldiers to get their salaries.
A crack is forming between the two factions in southern Yemen fighting the Saudi-led coalition. Supporters loyal to former President Ali Abdullah Saleh and Houthi rebels clashed over the weekend, reportedly over disagreements on who is responsible for mounting hunger and unemployment. The Houthi leadership announced a state of emergency in the area of control by suspending all party activities. They also told Saleh's supporters not to engage in any mass gatherings in public squares. Saleh, in response, has rallied his supporters in a show of defiance. So, what does this rift mean for the allies' fight against the international coalition? Well, joining me now from Sana'a is Yemeni journalist Hussein Al-Bukhaiti. Good to have you on the program again. Hussein, so what is going on? The Houthis and Saleh are clashing. I thought these were friends.
A small incident happened over the weekend, and it was contained in a matter of 2 to 3 hours. But of course, media outside will try to make it that big because they want those clashes to extend to all areas in under the control of Yemeni army and Ansarullah, the Houthi. But like I said, it was contained directly at that time, and nothing has happened after it. And I think this clashes has showed people in Yemen who are against the Saudi-led coalition, has showed how is it important for the coalition inside Yemen to stay together, because that propaganda that happened after it, and the news that many other cities had clashes, has showed us how important to stand together and to fight the Saudi-led coalition.
You're saying propaganda, but we have 2 Houthi fighters killed, one of Saleh's presidential guards, the old presidential guard, they're elite, right? This is an intel officer, a colonel, not just a regular guard. There was a gunfight that went on for hours. There were Houthi supporters who took to the streets in the hundreds calling Saleh evil. They weren't listening to propaganda from anyone. This is fact. This is fact, right?
There is nothing. No one has took to the street. I mean, the Sana'a, no one has took to the street, as you said, in their hundreds, and no one has went in a protest calling Saleh the name you said. Like I said, it was a central security forces checkpoint, and there was these 2 cars that comes with people with weapons on them. There was some difficulties to recognize them, and what happened, those clashes, like you said, 2 people were killed from the central security forces, and an officer in the Republican army. But after that, since then, nothing has happened, as I mentioned, and there is no protest or anything. But this, what happened, has showed us how valuable is the coalition against the Saudi. And when I say propaganda, is what they said. They make it big, and they try to make that this incident will destroy this coalition against the Saudi. And on the other hand, you see in Aden that the Saudi-led forces, and as well the Emirati-led forces inside Aden, they are fighting each other almost every day, and that's why as well.
That's why when we call them on, and then we try to hold them to account, right? And we try to discuss the disagreements that are going on among them. Hussein, I've spoken to a lot of government spokespersons or people before over the years. It sounds like I'm speaking to a Houthi spokesman trying to do damage control after a very embarrassing incident over the past few days. That's what it sounds like. It sounds as if you're doing public relations to me here.
I mean, no. I mean, if you speak to me, I'm Yemen. Of course, I'm against the Saudi-led coalition. If somebody against the Saudi-led coalition, it doesn't mean that he's a Houthi. He could be from the GBC. He could be just a normal person, a Yemeni. To defend your country, you are a Yemeni. It's the same in Turkey. If you defend your country, they're going to say you are from the Muslim Brotherhood, or you are with Erdogan. You're going to be just a normal Turkish person who tried to defend his country. And I don't know why you look into it other way, because maybe the relation between the Turkish government and as well the Saudi-led coalition, which Erdogan has supported in some statement, the Saudi-led coalition, maybe this because, and as a government TV, you will try to make it sound that somebody is defending this is because like he's a Houthi or I'm in Sana'a, I'm in Yemen. And like I said, there is no protest against
we know where you stand on this.
Saleh, as you said, and they called him evil. This
Reuters reported on a protest. Okay, so Hussein, Reuters reported on a protest. You're stating on the record here that Reuters doesn't know what they're talking about and that this protest never happened. I'm going to look into this and maybe we'll try to find a way to ask Reuters, right? Okay, but now let's look at Saleh versus the Houthis. Many people saw it as just a pragmatic alliance, as a tactical alliance, and usually historically, whenever these alliances are just pragmatic and they're not ideological, I mean, these guys have been to war before. When Saleh was president, he bombed the Houthis 5 or 6 times, right? So given that it was just a tactical alliance, maybe there must be signs that the tactical alliance is needed no more. Maybe we've reached a point in this war where the two don't need each other anymore. Isn't that plausible? Yeah,
I do agree with you. Maybe like the tactical alliance, not like in the front line because it's different, but maybe the tactical alliance like in to have the government in Yemen because like everybody is blaming the other for any failures, like a political disagreement in forming a government, and this could happen anywhere else. But for this, difficulties inside Sana'a, I don't think that it will reach to the battlefield or to the front line with against the Saudi-led coalition, because I can guarantee that this security area and as well the army area which fight in the Saudi is in total control of Ansarullah, the Houthi. It's just the alliance and the coalition is mainly inside informing the government and the high political council in Sana'a. And as Ali Abdullah Saleh has mentioned in his speech like a few minutes ago, when he said that we are ready to send those soldiers who are in their home and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, this shows that Ali Abdullah Saleh is not really involved in the so-called the front line. So anything inside Sana'a is just a political disagreement that could happen anywhere else.
Hussein Al-Bukhaiti, it's always good to talk to you. I hope you come back on the program sometime soon. Thanks so much for joining us.